My name is Kate Kuznetsova and this is program Tabula Rasa. And today we will reach a new level and tell you about the world of science in the native language of Newton and Darwin. In this episode you will learn what is neuromarketing and how it affects us, how to arrange the cinema theater at home, and what is non-Newtonian fluid. The researchers found out that only 40% of purchases are planned, and the remaining 60% are impulsive. This is due to neuromarketing technology, which was used in the 19th century when Francis Edward created a device to measure each individual's decisions. So, neuromarketing creates our purchasing decisions. Anna Fokina will put us in the picture.
Neuromarketing is a technology aimed at stimulating consumer demand, using patterns of humans' mentality work, which usually are not recognized by a customer. Neuromarketing has strong impact on sight, smell, hearing and sense of touch. The purpose of this affection is to trigger an association chain in customer's mind, at the end of which he would get into a state of light trance, and as a result he would not be able to think critically. For the experiment we invited a marketing specialist, Alexey Vasilyev, and two students, Andrew and Julia. Both of them will go to the supermarket, but only one will listen to the lecture of Alexey Vasilyev about neuromarketing. At the end of the experiment we would compare their shopping lists and decide which shopping was more effective.
The
first thing that we are facing at the supermarket is merchandising. It's scientific fact that 1.5 meters above the floor is optimal location of goods. Items on this level are literally gobbled up by consumers. Scent marketing is another big thing in most stores. Proof that coffee scent and the smell of freshly baked bread stimulates areas of the brain that are responsible for consuming. Also, checkout area is important for store marketing, because it's a zone where we make impulsive purchases. Standing in line, waiting, getting bored, the next moment we are grabbing chewing gums, sweets and other needless stuff.
After the lecture, the experiment participants are sent to the supermarket.
Когда я пришла домой из магазина, проанализировала все свои покупки.
When I back home from the store, I analyzed all my purchases and realized that I bought groceries that wouldn't last a week, although I spent a significant amount of money on them.
I think that the experiment went very well, and advice from experts really helped me. I bought goods of same quality but times cheaper. It's very important for me as a student.
So eventually we can see that Andrew's purchase amount is much more smaller than Julia's. Julia spent about 1,000 rubles and Andrew only 300.
Thus, to make your shopping more effective, you should, first of all, make a shopping list. Second, don't go to the shop being hungry. And third, look carefully at the shelves and compare the prices. Think twice before your impulsive purchase. If you can't resist buying a product though, step aside for a minute. The fact is that a customer blinks few times slow in front of the showcase, as if during the hypnotic session.
Now, knowing about neuromarketing methods of influence on buyers, you can go shopping and control your emotions safely. Jeremy Kipnis, an American, is the owner of the most expensive home theater in the world. It is cost estimated at $6 million, and how to create your own home cinema project cheap will be suggested by Darya Kondasheva.
По мотивам древней легенды.
На крыше кто-то есть.
Что за черт?
Cinema has been one of the most popular entertainment for more than 100 years. You can make most of your time watching movies, look at your favorite actors, enjoy special effects. But once it was impossible. The history of modern film projector started in the 17th century with a pinhole camera. It is the simplest optical device where the image of the object is projected to the inner wall by means of light beam. After that, there was a magic lantern of Christian Huygens. It was a closed box with an optical system and a light source. At first, source was a candle, then the electric lamp. Light was passing through the slides, glass plates with drawings. As a result, these figures appear on the wall. The invention of a film projector was initiated by Joseph Plateau. He invented phenakistoscope, a device made of cardboard with paint figures of people. When the disc rotates around the axis, figures move. In the 19th century, on the basis of this principle, Thomas Edison invented the kinetoscope, which showed moving images. It was a device used as an attraction, where only one spectator can watch through the slot. Many have tried to improve this device, but only the Lumiere brothers could get the picture out of the box. It was them who created the cinematograph, shooting and copying machine for making and showing films. Modern multimedia projector is a technologically advanced Lumiere device. It is an electronic converter of input signal into an image. This image is transmitted to the screen using a powerful light source and the optical system. Such projectors are used in modern movie theaters.
Not everyone can afford to go to the cinema often or buy a projector for home usage.
On the internet you can find many ways to create a handmade film projector with available means. The easiest way to make a projector of a shoebox, hand lens and a mobile phone.
Let's try to run an experiment and create a projector with our own hands. Natalia Duragina will help us in this.
Hello! To create a handmade film projector, we need a shoebox, hand magnifier, duck paper to create a lens, and a shift tape, stationary knife, and a phone that will be projecting a video. Let's glue the magnifier to self-made lens with tape and insert thing into the hole in the box, made with stationary knife. On our phone, set the brightest display mode and place the phone in the box. Close the lid and turn off the light. As a result of this experiment, we are to receive a clear picture on the wall, but we got a small image darker than on the phone screen. But it is clear enough to understand what is happening in the video.
Our experiment was a success. We have a enlarged image on the screen.
Yes, everything worked out, as we have assembled a simple model of the projector, but the image was not very large and clear. Since we used only one lens and ordinary smartphone, brightness is not enough for high-quality projections of the enlarged image. The larger picture you want to get, the darker it will turn out.
Our experience shows that anyone can create cinema theater at home. It's enough to have just a shoebox, a lens, a phone and a desire to make the dream come true.
New entertainment appeared in the beginning of the last year in one of the shopping centers of Malaysia and now all over the world. It is pool full of liquid and you can walk, jump and even dance in it. Most interesting is that this liquid can be created at home. This you will learn with Anastasia Lysyuk. Liquid is all around us in daily life. With the use of it, we can save people's lives, walk on water and even create fancy shapes. But for all this we need not ordinary but non-Newtonian fluid.
Non-Newtonian fluids do not obey Newton's laws. Viscosity of such fluids depends on the way we are affected.
When we impact on the regular liquid physically, it changes only fluctuation and shape. Non-Newtonian liquid has a completely different effect. It starts to have properties of solid bodies and consequently proceeds to behave likewise.
Newtonian liquids generally are organic fluids, which consist of long molecules and often have heterogeneous structure.
Let's make an experiment to verify this. We would create non-Newtonian liquid by ourselves and mix water and farina in the ratio of 1:1. With a smooth impact, it stays watery, but if we would take it in hand and squeeze it, liquid turns into clump and immediately melts away. It happens because the particles of farina swell in water, and as a result molecules start getting connected in chaotic order. These connections are called hitches. With a sudden impact, molecules stay in place because of the stable bonds, and the system responds to external input like an elastic spring. And with a slow exposure, hitches manage to stretch and disentangle. The net breaks and the molecules disperse. Non-Newtonian liquids are widely used in various spheres of our life. People even use such liquids in manufacturing of bulletproof jackets. However, experts have doubt of reliability of this safety method.
Despite great opportunities, body armors based on non-Newtonian liquids have a list of significant flaws. Liquid may easily leak out of the bullet, damages the armor, while the repeated shot can actually break it. Non-Newtonian fluid should have high volume fraction of hard particles to reach required viscosity.
But while in military industry such like liquid does not have extensive use, in the sphere of art photography it gains popularity very fast. Photographers use this fluid as a giant flexible slime, which easily wraps around every curve of model's body. Slime reminds of hot chocolate by color and causes mixed emotion, but a photographer distinguishes some differences between chocolate and fluid.
Fluid gel creates a rather thick film on the body, and the color gets much more even too.
Non-Newtonian liquid reminds of hot chocolate to adults, but kids compare it to the ice.
Ice is a little bit hard, but here it is softer, so we can't put hand in there, but we can in liquid.
The key advantage of non-Newtonian liquids is that they are easy to remove, do not stain, and easy to use. Even a child may easily make a slime in literally 5 seconds.
Well, now our liquid is done.
But to make this slime special, we need to color it and let it dry.
Now blow onto the slime. It is right out of shower. It will dry and take any shape.
Liquid or hard, colored or transparent, flexible or rigid, the non-Newtonian fluids are different, but all of them have great practical importance and perspective of further usage. Nikola Tesla once said, "It is paradoxical yet true to say that the more we know, the more ignorant we become in the absolute sense. For it is only through enlightenment that we become conscious of our limitations." Precisely, one of the most gratifying results of intellectual evolution is continuous opening up of new and greater prospects. So, let us open up our minds and never know our limits. Goodbye for now, this is Kate Kuznetsova, keep tuned.